Morning, everybody. It's Tuesday. Pretend that the cup is red because I forgot to change it before I started. We're in lounge position today because I have been sitting upright a lot, and sitting upright is very tiring. So we're doing it this way. Minerva, I am not going out there with you right now. Forget it. I am making a video. So, good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday. So yeah, sitting upright. I had to sit upright for, an hour yesterday and converse with a human. I had, as I mentioned in the chat, I had my Zoom doctor's appointment yesterday. And so that was sitting upright, talking to a person who is not a pantser. For the birds. But on the other hand, it's done now, and I'm theoretically set up for my stuff, my medication stuff. So I will keep you updated on how that goes. I don't know for sure when my first doses are going to be here. They have to send them to me, and they're coming USPS. So we'll see how long that takes. It theoretically shouldn't be more than a few days. So, and then it will be a week before I know how things are going, because I can't. I take the dose and then I have to wait a week to test it. So that's where we are. You now know pretty much as I do about how this is going to go over the next, week or so. So let's see what other stuff is going on. We planted a bunch of seeds last week, surely longer than that, a week and a half, I don't know, a while. Some seeds, we have it written down somewhere, but not where I can currently see it. And some of those are coming up. That's very exciting. The Roman chamomile and the lettuce leaf basil, both of which I am excited about. Of the pictures that I posted in the chat earlier, the one that's little tiny sprouts coming up that you can chamomile, see, those are the Roman chamomile. There are two different kinds of chamomile. There's German chamomile and Roman chamomile. German chamomile is what most people think of as regular chamomile, and it makes a tall plant. It's upright. Pardon my descriptive behaviors there, so articulate. But Roman chamomile is a ground cover, and I'm hoping that it will act as a weed barrier. That is the plan. I have it in a bed, and I'm hoping that it will help keep the weeds down. But also chamomile. I like chamomile, so that is good. And then lettuce leaf basil, which is a kind of basil that has really huge leaves, hence the name. This is the first time that I have grown it, so I don't know how that's going to go. We will see. I've planted a bunch of other seeds, but they're not coming up yet, so no telling how that's going to go. Trying to think what the pictures were that I posted in the chat earlier. There were some of the apples. There was some. The very last one that had the mint in it that I mentioned, and it's a picture of these large-leaved plants in a metal dish. It is in fact a dog water dish. That is what it was before. But when the rhubarb arrived, our soil and our pots had not yet arrived, and so we just sort of stuck it in there very quickly to give it some place to go so it wouldn't, die. while we were waiting for the other stuff to arrive, and then it has just not gotten put in a bed or a pot yet. We were going to put it in a bed, and then the bed hasn't gotten put together yet because we had all the other stuff happen, because we had all of the, the stuff happen. So it still is sitting in the water dish, but it seems extremely happy, other than it's a little bit bug eaten, but it seems very, very happy, so it can sit there for now. Rhubarb is supposed to take full sun, but for some reason, every rhubarb plant we have ever had wants to be in, like, full shade or very close to full shade. I don't know why that is, but they're very happy, so, like, I guess they can just have that if that's what they want. I can't remember what else I took pictures of. It doesn't matter. I don't know. I'm sure I will tell you about it at some point. It's, whatever. Weird stuff keeps happening to me, state today. We have this really old trellis that used to have a clematis growing on it on the side of our front porch. And it's been there for like 1,000,000 years. And it's made of some kind of like plastic or vinyl or something. And the clematis finally died, and has been gone for quite some time. But nobody had taken the trellis down, and it's getting really, like, to be in bad condition, and so my mom took it down. And she had leaned it up against, we have this, like, little table out there, and she had leaned it up against the table, and I had to move it to get to something that was on the table. And she wasn't looking, so she didn't warn me first or anything. And I grabbed a hold of it with my hand, not knowing, because you cannot tell by looking at it, because it does not look like there's anything wrong with it. But it is completely covered, like a cactus, in tiny, tiny splinters of vinyl or whatever it is made out of. So my hand is now, like, full of little tiny splinters, and I'm hoping that it won't, like, swell up and fall off with some sort of, weird, like, alien vinyl disease. It feels like it's just kind of pokey. I got some of it out. It will come out eventually. But, like, really? Really? So, that is the current ridiculous thing that has happened. I know I still owe you, like, an explanatory video about all of the other ridiculous stuff that I have not gotten to yet. I will say the dogs have gotten out, like, 3 times in the last, like, 2 weeks. After a very long period of behaving themselves pretty well and, like, not getting out at all, now suddenly they've started getting out again. And they keep coming home soaking wet. I don't know what they are doing. I don't know where they are going. We cannot figure out where they're going to get that wet, but they seem to really enjoy it. It's like they leave here to, like, have a little swim somewhere and then come home. I don't know what their deal is, but, like, puppies, man. So yeah, so that's how things are going here. Basically it's doing okay. Things are going well. The garden is doing pretty well, which is exciting. And, stuff. Whatever. I don't know. I'm very tired, as I know I say this every single time, but, like, it's like the doctor's appointment situation, like, having to sit up and, like, be functional and, like, talk about stuff in a coherent way and, like, pay attention to my, like, I made a big thing of notes because I had to give him, like, a history sort of situation, and I didn't want to forget anything, so I had to, like, make this huge thing of notes beforehand so that I could, like, check off everything. And so, like, trying to sit upright and, like, navigate, like, brain stuff and, like, have a conversation with a stranger, and explain important information, that took a lot out of me. So I'm very, like, floppy today, as mentioned. So, but yeah, things are going okay. It's good. We're doing well. Garden's pretty exciting. Depending on your definition of exciting. And yeah, I think that's about it. I think that's the important stuff for the week. So, wow, I've been talking for 10 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna go, because that's too long for the amount of things that I have had to convey in this video. So, I love you, and I hope you guys are all doing well, and I had a really good time in the call that we did, by the way, and I am very much looking forward to doing it again. I love you, and I will see you next week. Don't forget to be awesome.